Welcome back, dear students. Now we will revise the evaluation part of chapter 2, Kingdom Animalia. The question is, the symmetry exhibited in Cnidarian is. The symmetry exhibited in Cnidarians is a radial symmetry. Sea anemone belongs to phylum. Sea anemone belongs to which phylum? Coelenterata. Third one, the excretory cells that are found in platyhelminthes are. The excretory cells of platyhelminthes is flame cells. And fourth one, in which of the following organisms self-fertilization is seen? Self-fertilization is seen in liver fluke. Fifth one, nephridia of earthworms are performing the same function as. Nephridia is helpful for excretion. So this has flame cells of planarian. Flame cells is also responsible for excretion. Whereas gills, this trachea, this used for respiration. So the answer is flame cells of planarian. Sixth one, which of the following animals have a true coelom? True coelom. Which animals have true coelom? Perithema. That means earthworm. Seventh one, metameric segmentation is the main feature of phylum Annelida. Metameric segmentation is the main feature of phylum Annelida. In perithema, the locomotion occurs with the help of. So, earthworm moves with the help of circular longitudinal muscles and setae. And ninth one, which of the following have the highest number of species in nature? Insects. Insects belongs to phylum Arthropods. So 10th one, which of the following is a crustacean? Prawn. Prawn is a crustacean. Sea anemone is a coelenterate. Snail belongs to mollusca and hydra belongs to coelenterate. So here prawn is a crustacean which belongs to the phylum Arthropods. The respiratory pigment in cockroach is. None of the above is the answer. Hemoglobin, oxyhemoglobin, hemocyanin and hemoerythrin is not present in cockroach. 12th one, exoskeleton of which phylum consists of chitinous cuticle? So which phylum consists of chitinous cuticle as an exoskeleton? Arthropods. 13th one, lateral line sense organs occur in. Lateral line sense organs occur in fishes. 14th one, the limbless amphibian is. The limbless amphibian. They do not have limbs. So the limbless amphibian is Ichthyophis. Ichthyophis. 15th one, four-chambered heart is present in crocodile. See the other options, lizard, snake and scorpion. These are all reptiles. So some reptiles, all the reptiles have a three-chambered heart except crocodile which has four-chambered heart. 16th one, which of the following is not a correct pair? Whale, aminotelic. Whale is not a fish, it is a mammal. So it excretes urea. So it is the wrong one. 17th one, which of the following is an egg-laying mammal? Egg-laying mammal, Ornithorhynchus. Ornithorhynchus. And 18th one, pneumatic bones are seen in. Pneumatic bones means the bones which is filled with air cavities. It is seen in birds, that is aves. And 19th one, match the following columns and select the correct options. So in your public exams, questions like this will be asked. Pila. Pila means apple snail. So you can choose easily. The option is B, Pila, apple snail. And Dentalium is tusk shell. Chitopleura is a chiton. Octopus is a devilfish. 20th one, which of the following phyla the adult shows radial symmetry but the larva shows bilateral symmetry? Adult shows radial whereas the larva shows bilateral symmetry is found in Echinodermata. 21st question, which of the following is correctly matched? Physalia, Portuguese man of war. Okay, so these are all the 1 marks. So it's very easy for you to read. So don't go for options. Read as Phillips. Phillips மாதிரி படி. Question கேட்ட டக்குன்னு ஆன்சர் சொல்லணும். Options எதிர்பார்க்க கூடாது. Right? It will get into your memory. Okay. If I ask the limbless amphibian is Don't ask for options. You have to say the correct answer. Ichthyophis, right? Move on to the 22nd question. Why are spongin and spicules important to a sponge? Sponges exhibit cellular grade of organization. The body of sponges is supported by a skeleton made up of calcareous and siliceous spicules or spongin or both. So, why spongin and spicules are important? Because sponges are cellular grade of organization. So, the body has to made up of a calcareous and siliceous spicules, which gives a structure to that sponge. Next question, 23rd. What are the four characteristics common to most animals? So morning itself we discussed. So what are the four characteristics common to the most animals? The basic fundamental features such as level of organization, whether it is diploplastic or triploplastic, pattern of symmetry, coelom, segmentation and notochord, and these are the important characteristics of most of the animals. Question number 24. List the features that all vertebrates show at some point in their development. List the features that all vertebrates shows. So all vertebrates must have the presence of notochord, solid ventral tubular nerve cord, and gill slits. Okay, these three features are shown at the some point in the development, whether it may be in larva or it may be in adult. 25th question. Compare closed and open circulatory system. Already we discussed. So open means the blood remains in the tissue spaces and due to the absence of blood capillaries. Closed means the blood is circulated through the blood vessels by varying diameter. That means by arteries, veins and capillaries. 26th question. Compare cystocoelom with enterocoelom. What is cystocoelomate and enterocoelomate? Cystocoelom means the body cavity is formed by splitting of mesoderm. These are the two types seen in eumetazoa. Okay, cystocoelom means the body cavity is formed by splitting of mesoderm, whereas enterocoelomate means the body cavity is formed from the mesodermal pouches of archenteron. You have to write the examples. 27. Identify structures that the archenteron becomes in a developing animal. So identify the structure that archenteron becomes into a developing animal. In eumetazoans have a true coelom. They are called as enterocoel, which is formed from the archenteron. So this enterocoel is formed from archenteron. One picture is given. Okay, observe the animal and answer the questions. So they are given this picture. So what is this? Name this animal. So this is a sea anemone. What type of symmetry does this animal exhibit? This exhibit bilateral symmetry. All the coelentrates are radial symmetry except sea anemone, which is bilaterally symmetrical. Is this animal cephalized? Cephal means what? A head. So does it have head? No. How many germ layers does this animal have? So they are asking whether it is diploplastic or triploplastic. They have two germinal layers. So they are diploplastic. How many openings does this animal digestive system have? So this coelentrates belongs to the incomplete digestive system because they have only one opening. This opening serves as both mouth and anus. And last one, does this animal have neurons? So they have a nervous system. So they have primitive nervous systems. 29th question. Choose the term that does not belong in the following group and explain why it does not belong. So there are various words are given. Notochord, cephalization, dorsal nerve cord and radial symmetry. So here the term is the radial symmetry because chordates are bilaterally symmetrical. Chordates are bilaterally symmetrical. So this is like choose the odd one. Question number 30. Why flatworms are acoelomates? Animals which do not possess a body cavity is called as acoelomate. They do not have a body cavity. Since there is no body cavity in this animal, the body is solid without a perivisceral cavity. So body ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கு, சாலிடா இருக்கு. This restrict the free movement of internal organs. உள்ள இருக்கக்கூடிய internal organs ஃப்ரீயான ஆகாது, மூவ் ஆகாது. So they are called as acoelomates. Flatworms. Next, 31. What are flame cells? Flame cells are specialized organ which is helpful for excretion in platyhelminthes. That means flatworms. Flatworms have specialized excretory cells called flame cells, which is also responsible for osmoregulation and excretion. Next, 32. Concept of mapping is given. Use the following terms to create a concept map that shows the major characteristic features of phylum Nematoda. Nematodes means roundworms. They are pseudocoelomate and the digestive tract is straight. They are covered by cuticle. They show parasitic adaptations and they exhibit sexual dimorphism. Sexes are separate. And 33. In which phyla is the larva trochophore found? Trochophore larva is found in, you know that, phylum Annelida. Good. So trochophore larva is found in phylum Annelida. Question number 34. Which of the cardate characters do tunicates retain as adults? Tunicates means urocardates. So in tunicates, the dorsal tubular nerve cord is present only in the larval stage and a single dorsal ganglion is present in the adult stage. So this is the only characters adult retains. Question number 35. List the characteristic feature that distinguish cartilaginous fishes with a living jawless fishes. Jawless fishes, all members of cyclostomes. Jawless fishes means it belongs to cyclostomes. So all members of cyclostomes are primitive, they are poikilothermic, and they are jawless aquatic vertebrates and are ectoparasite on some fishes. Ecto means outer. They are attached with the other animals externally. So mouth is circular without jaws and they are suctorial. They can suck the food from the other animals. That is the host. Example is the petromyzon and myxine. Cartilaginous fishes. These are marine fishes with cartilaginous endoskeleton. And notochord is persistent throughout their life. Skin is tough, covered by dermal placoid scales. So the skin is covered by placoid scales. The jaws are very powerful. Example for this is shark and stingray. Shark and stingray. Next we move on to 36th question. List 3 features that characterize bony fishes. So what are the characteristics of bony fishes? Bony fishes includes both marine and freshwater living with a bony endoskeleton. So it has the bony endoskeleton and the body is spindle shaped. The skin is covered by different types of scales called ganoid, cycloid and ctenoid scales. Respiration is by 4 pairs of filamentous gills and it is covered by an operculum on either side. Fishes you can able to see the operculum. மீன் கடைக்கெலாம் போகணுன்னா மீன் ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷாக இருக்குதான்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு செவில் மாதிரி இருக்கும், அதை திறந்து காட்டுக்குவாங்க பார்த்தியா. ஸோ அதுக்கு பேர் தான் operculum. Okay, so this operculum covers the gills. Next is sexes are separate and fertilization, external fertilization is seen. Most of them are oviparous. Example, Exocetus, that is the flying fish. They lay eggs, so they are oviparous. Next question, 37. List the functions of air bladder in fishes. So what is the function of air bladder in fishes? There are so many functions of air bladders. It acts as an hydrostatic organ. Hydrostatic organ, that means it keeps equal weight of fish and volume of water so that it can able to maintain a constant way of movement. Hydrostatic organ. And it also helps in respiration by exchange of gases. They also help in sound production. That means it produces some sounds. This, with help of this air bladder, sounds can be produced. And it also acts as an auditory function which helps to hear the sound. And last one is the sensory function. It helps to observe the pressure changes in water. Osmolality, it helps in maintaining the pressure changes in water. So these are the functions of air bladder in fishes: hydrostatic organ, respiration, sound production, auditory function, and sensory function. 38th question. Write the characteristics that contribute the success of reptiles on land. So how these reptiles are adapted to land? Reptiles are mostly terrestrial animals and the body is covered by dry and conified skin with epidermal scales. So the skin of reptiles are dry, hard and covered with epidermal scales. So you can see so many pictures. Reptiles have three-chambered heart, but crocodiles have four-chambered heart. Reptiles have three-chambered, but crocodiles have four-chambered heart. Most of the reptiles lay cleidoic eggs. Cleidoic eggs means that it has a shell, outer shell, with extra embryonic membranes such as amnion, allantois, codion, and yolk sac. Excretion by metanephric kidney and or uricotelic. They excrete by kidney and the excretory product is uric acid, so they are called as uricotelic. They are monoecious, sexes are separate and internal fertilization takes place and all are oviparous. They lay eggs. Example, turtle, tortoise and house lizard. 39th question. List the unique features of birds' endoskeleton. Endoskeleton of birds. So the endoskeleton of bird is fully ossified, that is bony, and the long bones have air cavities. The bones have hollow spaces which is filled with air cavities. Such type of bones are called as pneumatic bones. It helps to fly in air with low weight. It reduces the weight of the body so that the birds can able to fly. And the last question is, could the number of eggs or young ones produced by an oviparous and a viviparous female be equal? So oviparous-க்கும் viviparous produce பண்ணக்கூடிய eggs equal-ஆ இருக்குமா? ஏன்? The numbers of eggs produced by an oviparous mother will be more than the young ones produced by the viviparous mother. So the number of eggs oviparous egg laying வந்து அதிகமா egg lay பண்ணும் than the one which carries the child, because in oviparous animals the development of young ones takes place outside the mother's body. Development takes place where? Outside the mother's body. The eggs are more prone to environmental conditions and predators. Therefore, to overcome the loss, more eggs can be produced by the mother so that even under harsh environmental conditions, some eggs might be able to survive and can produce young ones. So the oviparous can lay more number of eggs since it is laid outside the mother's body. On the other hand, in viviparous organisms, the development of young ones takes place inside the safe condition of the mother. So they are less exposed to environmental conditions and predators. Therefore, there are more chance of their survival and hence less number of young ones is produced compared to the number of eggs. So this question is very easy. If you understand it, you can write. So we finished our revision part, this evaluation part. So it's in your hand now. Now hand it over to you. It's you to study. It's you to revise. It's you to write the test. So prepare well for the test. Go through all the questions. Read the evaluation questions first. Revise. Write a home test. I will give you a home test then and there. Okay, so keep on studying. Thank you.